Let's go across to where National Security Advisor AK Doval is speaking at
seen by some as an opportunity and by others as calamity. The same things probably are diagnosed differently in different contexts, in different time frames, in different theaters. If you look at Pakistan in a particular way 10 years back, well, probably the world didn't look at it. Probably when there was an incident in Abbottabad and Osama bin Laden was found that the world started looking at it differently. Probably what we looked at situation emerging in Afghanistan wasn't looked at that time in that way. So, we cannot have common solutions unless we have shared perceptions about what is. But more difficult than that is even when we agree what it is, where we want to be. From the state of being to the state of becoming. And what is the best way to achieve that? Now, there are two broad streams in that. And I'm not telling that they are exclusive or totally compartmentalized. On the question of response, which is the more difficult part, in security, threat is only one part of it, and I consider it less than 50% part of it. The more important part is the response. It does not matter what happens to you. What happens more is that how do you respond to what happens to you. So there are broad two these things. One has been the response of the democracies, and another has been the response of the weak democracies or non-democracies. And the hope lies in the greater unity, understanding and the commonality between the strong democracies. Because if they don't lead, it can lead to a state of anarchy. And if the world order and the equilibrium has got to be made not in a static sense but in a dynamic sense, as I said, that this is an ever-changing and a fast-changing situation. In this, the power differentials, power equations, comprehensive national powers of the various states will keep on changing very fast. So it will become extremely necessary. That is, there is a convergence and not coordination. Coordination presumes that two streams will be connected by the third. Convergence means there will be automated systems, institutionalized mechanisms by which the responses will be automatic, will be in real time, and will be effective. It will also provide the legitimacy to the response of the world. And it will be more transparent, and the partnership will become more meaningful. Let me take an example of, say, international terrorism. Well, today, 13 years after the war was declared against international terrorism, the terrorism is much more intense and much more expanded. The new areas have been engulfed, and probably the type of the capabilities that the insurgents or that the terrorists have acquired is mind-boggling. India is deeply concerned about the developments in West Asia. Probably we were one of the few countries which had felt that Iraq might get highly destabilized and may become the center of a distinct, particularly the developments in the North Iraq, when some of the groups had started arming and started developing some of the tendencies, that is, they might go towards an extreme form of radical, violent movement.